Hello everyone, welcome back to Best Life and Beyond. Home is where the vlog is. Much like yesterday's video, starting off down at the beach, I forgot my sunglasses. I don't know how I did that. I think I was just so anxious to get down here. It's very windy and it's very cold. I just, took a shower a little while ago, but I had to come down here because the little pipsqueak needed her walk. We just have been, hanging out at home today, resting, relaxing. Not really doing too much. We kind of did a lot yesterday, it felt like, and we were up really late. So I figured tonight we'll just make dinner. I think I'm gonna make pasta and dessert and just kind of hang out, kind of take a mellow night to hang out. This is the reality of like quarantine life, is we can't always be doing something. As much as I would love it if we could, back in that life, we just can't. So we're gonna hang out, have fun. Sorry for my appearance. It's a little scary, but hey, this is the quarantine vibes here. So Binky's just poking around. She doesn't know where to go. She's so happy. It's still very windy today. I don't know if you can tell, but it's very, very windy. Honestly, like after about 12 in the afternoon, it's just been windy. But still very beautiful. Hello, Mr. Pigeon down there. How are you doing, Bank? How are you? Stop dead in her tracks. She's got stuff to smell, stuff to do. Sun is going down. Binky just finished her walk. She did so good. Probably because we rested like most of the day. It is so pretty out here. The wind is actually somewhat dying down compared to how bad it was. And you can always tell because there's a bunch of white caps out there, but there's not a lot right now. Tide is nice and low. Ready to go into the warmth, Binky? She's like, yeah. Look at her little paw prints that she leaves. Barely any. I always love looking at her little paw prints. So precious. You can see me with my big Ugg boots. Gotta keep your feet warm. Okay, I have dishes to do, but the sunset is happening. And I'm gonna put you up here so you can watch the sunset while I go do my dishes. Okay, I got the dishwasher going, and I had a box of brownie mix, some Ghirardelli brownie mix, so I'm just gonna pop this in the oven, and we'll have some brownies tonight. Okay, into the oven you go. See you in 40 minutes. Okay, I did a little fridge clean out. Had some shells in the pantry. And we always have Rayo's sauce in the pantry. I think I have like 5 of these. Those I stock up on. Yes, I admit, I'll hoard these. Sorry about it. Then I have some ground turkey. I gotta use this. I have 1 carrot, zucchini squash, half of an onion. These are, getting ready to go, and I don't want to waste, so I'm gonna use those. And we gotta use the last of the spinach. So we're just gonna make some pasta out of this. Oh, and I also defrosted some of these brioche buns. Probably, I don't know if this really goes with pasta, but who cares? I might see if I can toast them with garlic butter on them. We'll see. You gotta use what you have. This is quarantine days, guys. This is what we do. Okay, I have chopped up that onion, the half of the onion, and the 1 carrot. Make sure you do the carrot pretty thin because it's not going to get a lot of time to cook like it would in a soup or a stew. Then we're just going to put on a little bit of salt and pepper, and then I'm probably going to add in the ground turkey next. I'm sorry again if you're hearing the dishwasher. But yeah, so then I'll probably add in the ground turkey, and then I will add in the mushrooms and the zucchini and squash stuff because these do cook a lot quicker. They just don't take the same amount of time. I got the water boiling for the shells. This is literally like pantry pasta. Just clean out whatever it is you have, throw it in there. And I just can't emphasize enough how much to season every layer as you go. And remember, you don't have to use ground turkey. You can use ground beef, ground pork, whatever it is you have lying around. You could use bell peppers in this, literally anything. If you wanted to do maybe like a sausage meat, if you have that in the freezer and you defrost it. I defrosted this and here we are. So we're gonna cook this. Again, feel free to use as much olive oil as you want because remember we're making a pasta sauce, so like drizzle it in all you want. So while that's cooking, I've been cutting up the zucchini and squash. Now remember, I think I've said this in other videos where I've cooked, just make sure to make things around the same size. You don't want to have like giant cuts of, you know, these vegetables and then, you know, also keep in mind, since I'm making shells, where are they? We want them to be around the size of the shell. That'll make sure, like, here we go, there we go. So see, kind of and these will shrink a little bit too. But like I said, we just kind of want to stay around the same size or you'll just have a bite full of awkward. Oh, the water is boiling. Okay, I have salted the boiling water, throwing the pasta in there. Probably keep that in about like 14 minutes or so, maybe 15. Always switch out your cooking utensil now that the meat is cooked. Okay, so now we're going to put in the chopped up vegetables. Throw those suckers in, a little more salt and pepper, and then it's time for the sauce. Update, I only used half the pack of the mushrooms just because we already got a pretty crowded full house up in here. Added a little bit more olive oil and some salt and pepper, and I think I might actually have to use another jar of sauce, but I don't think I'll use another Rayo's. I think I'll just use another like marinara sauce we have. Okay, so I just used 1 jar. I don't think I'm going to need 2. I always put a little bit of water in the jar and splash it around so that I get all of the sauce. But I think this is enough. You could always add more if you wanted to, but depending on like how saucy you prefer it. But I think this is going to be good for us. I'm adding in the rest of that spinach. It's like a whole handful. But don't ever get alarmed because it cooks down. I chopped it up a little bit so that it's not like giant stringy pieces, but this will be good. I think this is enough. And the other thing is too, if you don't have more sauce, you could always save the pasta and just add as much as you can to the sauce. So the pasta still has about like 5 minutes or so to go. I'm gonna keep this like cooking and simmering, and then we'll mix it together and squeeze some lemon. Always squeeze some lemon on this before it's done, and add Parmesan cheese, and here we go. Again, I apologize for the dishwasher in the background, but now squeeze some lemon on there. You could also throw in a little bit of pasta water if you want to keep it really starchy. I don't ever rinse the noodles. I don't even think I'm going to use all of the noodles, maybe a little bit more. That was pointless. But look at how much the greens melted. Look how much the greens wilted down. These brownies are ready to come out of the oven, so I'm going to stir this, turn off the heat, and get those brownies out. Okay, as for the rolls, these are so soft and beautiful that I just took 3 of them, and I'm gonna put on, I spread some butter on there, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of garlic powder, a smidge of oregano, and some Lowry's seasoning salt, just a little bit, and I'll probably either broil them or bake them for a couple minutes. Actually, really just using what you have. We'll see how these turn out. I'm curious. Now here's the finished product with the pasta. Honestly, I couldn't add it all. There was just a very little bit left. If you have a toddler or something, you can always maybe just give them plain pasta. Or, you know, I'll probably save them, and sometimes I fry noodles like my grandma. For some reason she used to do that, or we'll just mix it with some vegetables or something and make a little pasta salad. There's the brownies. Again, just a box mix of the Ghirardellis, but I can't stress enough, don't overbake them. Don't overbake brownies. Ooh, I'm gonna get some Parmesan on these, and I stuck these in, by the way, on low. So we'll kind of keep an eye, see how those do. You best believe we are using some of the store brand, shelf stable Parmesan Romano cheese. We're gonna sprinkle that on there. Yes, can you really ever have too much of this? I have to break this up. But then I'll even put more on when you serve it. You just can't have enough cheese. Perfect. Okay, so while I've been like cleaning and walking and doing all that stuff, Spencer laid down to like take a nap. And it's now like 8 o'clock. And I just don't have the heart to wake him up. I don't think like waking somebody up when they're taking a nap is like very cool. The thing is, he may just sleep till tomorrow, and I don't blame him, you know. Probably tired. You gotta get your sleep while you can. The best thing you can do is like get some sleep and eat healthy. This is coming from someone who's making brownies and ate Krispy Kreme and In-N-Out yesterday. But anyway, so I'm just gonna let him sleep and we'll have dinner. I'll have my dinner with you guys. Okay, so the little garlic bread came out good. I let it cook a little bit longer because I like, honestly, if I had it my way, I would like this like burned right here, but it's fine. The pasta is delicious. I tried it. It came out really good. Again, I'm not gonna wake Spencer up. I feel like I should just let him sleep, and then he'll have plenty to eat when he wakes up. Hi. Okay, so I ate a brownie. All I can say is it was delicious, and this was my last little bite. I forgot to tell you they were, or maybe I did, I don't know. But this is the dark chocolate one. I really like the triple chocolate. That's my favorite, but it has like little chocolate chip chunks in there. Man, I almost would have added more chips. I think that's like my favorite part is the ooey gooey, like melty chips in there. Oh, everybody needs brownies in their lives. Quarantine food. Like I said earlier, we didn't do much today, and you would think that we would have really went crazy eating a ton of cheese balls, but we didn't. I don't know how. Well, I had a very small handful. I guess maybe it's just the way it's like laying out. I just can't believe we have a giant container of cheese balls. But maybe Spencer will wake up tonight and eat a bunch of cheese balls, so tomorrow will be an even bigger cheese ball update. Cheese ball check-in! So I'm gonna sit next to my buddy, the cheese ball check-in container, while I say this. But today we found out that Disneyland is not going to be opening on the 1st of April. We kind of knew that was going to happen. I think it was just, and I know this goes for Spencer when we talked about it earlier, is that we just wanted to have a date like to count down to. And I've heard a lot of people say like, you know, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th of April. I've even heard, you know, May 1st. But the fact that they announced it and didn't like give us an actual date, that was the hardest part, because, you know, when you have a date, it's like, okay, yeah, I can like count down to something, and, you know, couldn't. So that was hard. I think that's the hard thing. I was like, dang it. I was ready to like, used to make like countdown little chains and like you rip off, you know, a piece of it, like a little circle with the paper. I don't know. But now we can't do that. But you know, it's getting me through it to watch old videos. Like I watched some of our old videos. Like I watched some of our old, like, you know, Best Life and Beyond and Life Disney videos. I started like right after Pixar Fest and I just watched like almost all of them. And I didn't think it was, at first I was like, maybe this isn't gonna help me, it's just gonna make me sad. But no, it didn't. It actually like cheered me up because I was like, yay, we get to go back to that, like that fun. And I think the other thing that was really cool was that when I was, you know, there was a couple of older ones. I think there was like a Splash Mountain video. I looked on there and you guys had, a few of you had commented. So I guess you all were watching those too. And I think that was cool because I was like, oh, I'm not alone. Like everybody else is kind of doing this too. And, you know, maybe this is what we needed, like a time to like step back and like reflect on all the like really good times we had instead of just like forward, because I think that happens with Disney and Disneyland, and especially with social media. It's always about like what's new, what's coming, what's new, like, you know, what's the update, what's the new merchandise. Like maybe we needed to stop and like take a look back, enjoy the little things and the simple things and like the stuff that they did have. You know, I feel like sometimes things just go so quickly, and this like made it so that we kind of have to like stop and like take a look. You know, I've rewatched Fantasmic like more times than I care to admit, but I noticed things, and you know, I feel like I appreciated it 10 million times more. That I say 10 million because I feel like I appreciated it so much already. But yeah, so I don't know, maybe that's what it is, and maybe that's the silver lining in all of this, is like, you know, take a minute or two, actually more than a minute, take some time and watch some old videos, and, you know, maybe go through your photo album. Like I think we said when we were sitting by the fire, I also sat back and watched, you know, old, you know, people mover videos of different time periods of Disneyland, old footage that I'd seen on YouTube, and that really actually helped. So maybe this was a good thing for that. Anyway, I'm getting pretty tired. I think it's about time I give Binky her medicine. Maybe I'll consider eating a couple of cheese balls tonight before I go to bed. So if you like this video, please make sure to let us know by giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. Don't forget to turn on your bell notifications. And if you want to support Best Life and Beyond, you can become a Patreon member. I'll put all that information in the description box below. Right, Mr. Cheeseball? That's him saying yes. Oh, okay. He said if you go back and watch old Best Life and Beyond videos, make sure to leave a comment so he knows that you're watching them too. So that'll do it from us. Spencer's not here to say bye-bye, everybody, so you'll just have to have it from me and Mr. Cheeseball Truckin'. Bye-bye, everybody!